Hi everyone, it's me, 𝑻𝒉𝒆. Today is Thursday, June 6, 2023. In today's video, I wanted to share an excerpt from a work by the Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard. I remember during the pandemic, during 2020, since a lot of us were mostly staying at home, including myself, I took a lot of time to read up on philosophy, and one of the philosophers that I read up a lot on was Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher. And there was a book called Parables of Kierkegaard, which included excerpts from various works that he has produced during his lifetime to illustrate various points that he made in his philosophy. And one parable that was very impactful to me was this parable about two artists. So I'm going to read that out loud to you, and maybe you'll find it as valuable as I did. So for this parable, he was answering the question, what is the difference between requiring love of the neighbor and finding lovableness in the neighbor? So here it goes. Suppose there were two artists, and the one said, I have traveled much and seen much in the world, but I have sought in vain to find a man worth painting. I have found no face with such perfection of beauty that I could make up my mind to paint it. In every face I have seen one or another little fault. Therefore I seek in vain. Would this indicate that this artist was a great artist? On the other hand, the second one said, well, I do not pretend to be a real artist, neither have I traveled in foreign lands. But remaining in the little circle of men who are closest to me, I have not found a face so insignificant or so full of faults that I still could not discern in it a more beautiful side and discover something glorious. Therefore, I am happy in the art I practice. It satisfies me without my making any claim to being an artist. Would this not indicate that precisely this one was the artist, one who by bringing a certain something with him, found then and there what the much-traveled artist did not find anywhere in the world, perhaps because he did not bring a certain something with him. Consequently, the second of the two was the artist. Would it not be sad, too, if what is intended to beautify life could only be a curse upon it, so that art, instead of making life beautiful for us, only fastidiously discovers that not one of us is beautiful? Would it not be sadder still, and still more confusing, if love also should be only a curse because its demand could only make it evident that none of us is worth loving, instead of love's being recognized precisely by its loving enough to be able to find some lovableness in all of us, consequently loving enough to be able to love all of us? So that's the parable, and now I'll just comment on it a little bit. What I got from this parable was that what it means to be an artist or somebody who finds something special or sees the world in a certain way is to carry that something with you, that quality of whatever makes you you, or whatever makes you artistic, or whatever makes you unique, to carry that with you wherever you go. You can't look for it outside of yourself. You can't look for whatever beauty you're searching for outside of yourself. Like, you can't think that if you travel to a certain place or do a certain thing, that it will make you find something beautiful. The thing is that you have to carry that vision with you, and it's all it all boils down to that quote, that very famous almost trite quote, that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So when we see something beautiful, it usually is because we see things in a certain way. It has to do with us more than it has to do with the object that we're looking at. Anyway, I want to encourage everyone, including myself, to always carry that certain something within that will allow you to see the world and everything you do in a certain way. You can find beauty wherever you look if you see things, if you focus your vision on the qualities of beauty in whatever you're looking at. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, so that's the parable of the two artists. That's one that I really love. There are a lot of other parables in Søren Kierkegaard's Book of Parables, but I might share those at a different time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was of some value to you, whoever you are, wherever you are, and I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world.